Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is organic. Our organic tidbits bite here. This is from the Environmental Working Group. Organic success is no fantasy. And I know a lot of people that are still dead set against organic, and certain people in the agriculture industry that represent farms. I know one lady who's dead set against organic. It's not good. This, and so it just depends on who you're talking to. But for the majority of the Americans, and for the majority, or not, I shouldn't say the majority of Americans, there's no majority, but for a growing number of Americans and the majority of these companies out there, the majority of the companies know that organic is no fantasy, and organic is where the next market is, or it's where the current market is moving. And so here's an article, Environmental Working Group, Friday, April 15, 2016. Demand for organic food is soaring so much that Costco is running out of it. Costco was one of the leading providers of organic in the country. It actually surpassed Whole Foods this last year in 2015. They became the number one organic retailer in the country. A lot of people don't associate Costco for organic, and I have a lot of friends that do associate Costco with good value organics. So it's interesting. We cannot get enough organics to stay in business day in and day out, Costco CEO Craig Jelinek told investors and shareholders meeting, according to the Huffington Post. That's interesting. And organic farmers are faring much better than their conventional counterparts, according to Robert Johansson, chief economist at the USDA. That is a powerful statement right there. Organic farmers are faring much better than their conventional counterparts. I love to hear that kind of stuff. These are inconvenient facts for subsidy champions who argued yesterday during a House Agriculture Committee hearing that the group that supports reasonable farm subsidy reforms are living in the farm fantasy land. See, people, a majority of our crops in the United States are subsidized. And it's really a shame because these subsidies pay farmers to grow crops that typically are used for food processing. Food processors like them. They get highly refined, like soy and corn. And, the big problem is here, they spent the last 30, 40 years of manufacturing food, of processing food highly, of destroying our food supply. And now all of a sudden these same companies that did this to us are now trying to backpedal and say, oh, wait, we want to do organic and this and that, because they know that we're not stupid. They know that Americans have woken up, that they're waking up. The food revolution is real, and it's here, and it's happening. So these same companies that screwed us for decades are now trying to come back at us and say, whoa, we want to get in the organic game. We care about the environment, this and that. A lot of these companies run side-by-side products, conventional and organic. That's what they do. They want to catch both markets now because they know that the majority of the people are still on the highly processed, highly crap food, the subsidy-driven commodity market of processed foods. They know that a lot of Americans are still there, with a growing resurgence going the other way. So, clearly we need a sensible farm safety net to help family farmers in real need. But rather than funneling more tax dollars to big farmers producing surplus commodities on conventional crops, Congress should find ways to help more farmers make the transition to organic. That is so important. Instead of subsidizing all these crops, put organic on the same playing field. Because the food that you're buying with all that processed, subsidized food, the cheese, all that kind of stuff, it's not the real cost of the food. That's one reason why organic does cost more, because they don't have subsidies. They don't have the government paying them to grow organic food. In the meantime, the neighbor who's growing thousands of acres of corn is getting paid by the government. He's getting paid government subsidies to grow these products for these big processors, these big food processors. So that's one of the main reasons that organic can be more money. There's study after study that says, hey, organic produces just as much as conventional food, and the yields sometimes are even better, especially in drought years. Rodell Institute has done many studies on this over 10, 15-year periods where they've proven that even in drought years, organic food is a better supply. And sort of this is like wine, and other crops like this. You have to train the vines or the trees or whatever to tap the water table. So the vines have to grow deeper, which means if there's no water, the plant is still getting water. I just tasted some fantastic wines from Chile, from northern Chile, and the wines are literally grown in a desert. There's 2 inches of rain a year at this vineyard. That's it. And they're growing producing world-class European French-styled wines from Chile, and mind-blowing wines. And of course, they have to, I spoke to the guy, they have to train these vines to get down deep, 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 deep. If you have a conventional farm, if you're growing grapes conventional or anything conventional, you don't have to train your plants. You train your plants on artificial fertilizers and chemicals and artificial irrigation, where the plant just thinks, oh, there's water here every day or whenever I need it, so there's no reason for me to dig my roots in deeper. So please, I mean, this is a fantastic thing to want to divert some of this money, the subsidy money, to organic, to even produce organic, to promote organic, to research more organic. My colleague Colin O'Neill reported last week the number of certified organic farms surged by almost 12% last year. Now that prices for conventional corn, cotton, and other commodity crops have fallen back to historic levels, more farmers than ever are making the transition to organic. They're not getting their money in the commodity crops anymore. It's not happening. They're historically low prices. But those farmers still make up less than 1% of the farms. That's exactly what it is. It's such a small amount still producing organic. But, you know, it's super important for us to keep asking for organic. When you go to a restaurant, when you go to a store, ask for organic options. Keep asking, keep supporting organic. And I got to tell you, last week we were buying broccoli, and organic broccoli was cheaper than conventional broccoli for about a full solid month. Okay, so don't think that organic is always more expensive. That's not the case whatsoever at all. Organic can be just of a good value as commodity crops. Boosting farm income is not the only reason for farmers are making the switch, as the Environmental Working Group President Ken Cook noted in an article published Wednesday on the EWG website. Switching to organic reduces Americans' exposure to dangerous farm chemicals linked to serious health problems. Annual organic food sales are now almost $40 billion, or nearly 5% of all food sales, according to the Organic Trade Association. The growth of organic is no fantasy. So 5% of that 40 billion is organic. Lots and lots and lots of room to grow. If you're thinking about starting a food business, definitely look into organic, whether it's cookies or a restaurant. Organic is the way to go, and it's here. It's not a fantasy. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely pass this on.